front. Doncic has the ball, down by 2.
There's the switch.
Gobert is out there. Doncic maneuvers for the lead. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Oh boy, if you're a Minnesota fan, this one hurts. The Luka special delivered to you by the magician himself, Luka Doncic. This man is special. What he did in that game, oh boy, leading them. Obviously, Kyrie helped up along. Seeing those two play so well together in this stage of the playoffs is beautiful. It's impressive. And I do want to get some things out of the way before I get to the main crux of the video. Rudy, let's talk about him. So yeah, I was in a group call with some folks and I was defending Rudy. I was saying, look, he did a good job, you know. I didn't realize that he had obviously gone the wrong way. I was caught up wanting to defend Gobert so badly that I didn't realize Luka obviously had one of the most wide open step back threes he's had in the whole playoffs, honestly. And, you know, obviously Gobert could have done a better job. A lot of people would say, Minnesota, why don't you try to get Luka to go for a 2-pointer? Not just that, why don't you get him to pass it to a lively, let him dunk it, fuck it, tie the game up, right? Because you could always obviously go to overtime, not just that, but you might have the last shot to win the game and don't have the pressure to have to make the shot now because the game's tied, right? So yeah, Minnesota, especially Gobert, they could have played this way better than they did. McDaniels was obviously switched out of Luka, so now he was guarding Lively. Yeah, I mean, this is just like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, honestly, looking back, yeah, they should have definitely not let Luka on an island with Gobert guarding him. And we're not gonna act like the previous possession, Gobert didn't do a good job at guarding Luka, right? And then he switched right onto Lively boxing out, right? You can make a clear argument that Rudy was the best player in this game. Not just that, has been the best player in this series, with Ant not shooting it well, Cat not shooting it well. Naz Reid did pick up the offensive slack from those two in the first two games, especially game 2. McDaniels picked up the slack in game 1, but really the best player, the guy that I think is really the main reason why they were still in this game, right? Defensively, is Gobert. We all know this. I mean, we all should know this, right? But a lot of people, they ignore that side of the ball and only talk about it in specific situations, right? And it's sad. Gobert always gets the short end of the stick, right? But this is not a video about Gobert. Let's not talk about him too much here, okay? I mean, just look at this beautiful moment here, captured by the TNT cameras. Luka talking shit. Gobert frozen. It almost seems like, I mean, this moment is just beautiful. It honestly just makes me think that Luka Doncic is that guy, right? It's like, I don't know, like, have we ever seen a moment like this from Luka, where he basically just made somebody look so stupid, so bad, right? Oh yeah, right. This happened 2 years ago, didn't it? This is too familiar, man. I had a feeling I'd seen this before, man. Luka, man. How do you do it, man? How do you keep doing this stuff, man? Who remembers when Luka took this #1 seed, 64-win team, winner's work? That was our calling card, right? Winner's work. Oh, brother. Luka made them look stupid. Obviously, the whole Devin Booker flopping, saying, this is the Luka special. And then obviously now, you got Rudy Gobert hitting Luka in the stomach during the game, right? This is earlier, and obviously Luka wasn't thrilled about it. And it's like, dog, bro. This team is almost looking close to that Phoenix Suns team that won so many games, right? They came out the scene just busting down teams' asses. And obviously it's like the Minnesota Timberwolves, I don't know if they had like a similar video about, you know, winner's work or whatnot. I don't know. Maybe they did. Oh, fuck, they did. No way, dog. There's no... You cannot make this stuff up, man. There's no way. Winner's work? April 8th of this year? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. Devin Booker had the world thinking he was going to be the next up-and-coming shooting guard. They called him the next Kobe Bryant, and he said, don't call me that. Please don't call me that. Proceeds to get humbled, not by Giannis only, but by Luka the following year in very bad fashion. And now you got Anthony Edwards basically seemingly taking the throne from Booker, you know, being the best shooting guard. Oh, Forget about Mitchell. Forget about everybody else. He's the best shooting guard. Sweeps the Suns, right? Oh, they're doing so great. Dude is being called the next MJ. The next MJ. He has so much aura. Edwards like, yo, please don't call me that. Please don't call me that. Is history repeating itself again? Are we forever destined to see the same storyline repeat? Up and coming shooting guards basically be humbled by Luka Doncic? Like, are we doomed to see this history repeat itself? Like, I'm serious right now. Like, is this series gonna be an embarrassing sweep? Like, are we gonna see the Timberwolves come back and maybe make this a 7-game series and then lose in historic fashion at home? Or are we going to see them get flamed out just like the Suns did against the T-Wolves this year, and history have itself being repeated again? Either way, if they win the series, they played Tatum and the Celtics, and honestly, the storyline here makes too much sense. Two budding stars battling it out for who's the best player in the world. Obviously, people say Tatum's massively overrated because of the team he's in. People say Luka's massively overrated because of his inflated stats, quote unquote. Kyrie is back in Boston where he's hated and obviously is now playing for another team and is obviously playing with a generational player in Luka Doncic. Porzingis back in Dallas playing versus the Mavs, where obviously there was a bit of murky history here with him and Luka. Interesting storylines. I'll tell you what, man. Adam Silver, you sly dog, you did it again. You managed to write an NBA script that is actually quite compelling. Interesting stuff. Nah, I just can't. I can't see this series ending. I can't, and I can't just put a judgment on this team, right? I can't just say Anthony Edwards is ass now. He's not even close to MJ. I can't do that. I have to wait and see how these games are going to be played. Look, you can't basically call a series after 2 games. Have we not learned from the Nuggets and Timberwolves series that happened a couple weeks ago? Come on, guys. Let these games play out. Let's see what the Timberwolves got. The Timberwolves were leading in both games, right? It does make sense to think Dallas has this series under wraps, right? It's basically the similar situation that the Timberwolves were in against the Nuggets, right? 2-0, up 2-0, and they have their home games now left to play. But look, Denver, just like Minnesota, can respond. And we saw Denver do it. Why can't Minnesota do it, right? They have a great defense. They can adjust. Chris Finch, I think, is probably going to do some things. Michael Nori as well. I mean, look, he's the one basically coaching the team when Chris Finch is just sitting there, but he's also there to coach as well. Look, I cannot count out the Timberwolves, and I know people are doing it online. They're going to count this team out. Do not be surprised if this series ends up being close again and we see a potential 6 or 7 game series in our hands. Honestly, I hope we see a longer series. I'm not Stephen A. Smith out here wanting a day off. The fuck? I actually like watching basketball, unlike this motherfucker, Stephen A., man. Also, that Celtics and Pacers series is stinky. I'm not sure if I'll cover much of it. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, I do see where Stephen A's coming from. I get it. I get it. He probably wishes he was in Dallas and Minnesota right now. All right, that's it. Peace out.